What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Forgot to film an intro for this one, so I'm just quickly doing it now before I upload it. I got to speak with the awesome guys from WIT Fitness the other day and talk about all things WIT, their plans for the future, how lockdowns affected them, and yeah, just have a real good laugh with Sam and Fraser from WIT Fitness. So let's dive straight into it.
Hello, mate. I'll change that. How you doing, Jack?
Yeah.
Good, thanks, mate. 2 seconds, we'll get Fraser off my background.
I'll pick it on, mate.
The CEO, but we can't have that. And then it was me.
How are you, fellas?
Yeah, good, and you?
Good, mate. Good. I thought I'd represent.
Yeah, good, looking good.
Rapping.
Is that the old one? The quite the rough fabric.
Quite
Yeah.
thick.
Yeah.
Hey, new one out.
Yeah, there's a new softer one out. It's really nice.
And these?
And these we got today, the new wet homegrown.
They do look good. They do look good. Is that an exclusive already then?
Yeah, it came out last Friday, but yeah, we might have been one of the first to get it.
They were probably well.
Yeah.
They were probably well.
Whereabouts are you, Jack?
I'm in like Nottingham area.
All right. Where do you train?
At a small box called Fossway CrossFit. You've probably not heard of it, but it's you might have heard of like CrossFit Witham and CrossFit Nottingham.
Yeah. I've heard of
In between both of them. But come here.
Nice, man.
Is CrossFit Nottingham the one with the big, there's like a green Viking or something on the wall, or a knight in suit and armor?
It's Robin Hood, malicious.
Yeah, of course, not him.
I've been there, it's class.
And how's the vlogging going during lockdown?
At first, I was a bit like, I've got nothing to film. Like, I did a couple of like home workouts and one where I was like bored and dyed my hair.
Yeah.
But it's really so much of that shit people want to see. Do you know what I mean? So then,
Yeah.
when I just messaged a few people. I didn't really think I'd get much back, but then when like Lean Machines got back to me, I thought, okay, that's quite cool. Because
That's it. And then you have Arm and Hammer.
Yeah, he's big time. We're nowhere near as big
Oh my
as
god,
any
yeah,
of
you've
these
gone
guys.
from Arm and Hammer to us. It's like subscribers gone.
facial hair.
Yeah, exactly.
You boys must be in the same boat though with like the interviews with these boys. Is that something you've done in the past, or is that something they've asked you to do since the lockdown has started?
Yeah, so what happened was we obviously lockdown happened, we all started working from home, and we were always just trying to be as creative as possible. We'd give more of a storytelling background to it and make it more of a story community based. And we thought the idea, like we become a weekly partner with a brand that we're close with or we have a relationship with. And we both use each other's social media, and at the end we get to speak with one of their athletes. Yeah. So we've had people like Brooke Wells, Pat Bellner, Sam Briggs. We had Laura Horvath yesterday with Nike. So yeah, we didn't really think it was going to be as big as it's actually gone, and yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, the Hunter one looked good.
Mate, he is mental.
Some kind
He's a top bloke.
Yeah, what a guy.
You went drinking with him?
Yeah, I've had a few beers with Hunter before, and yeah, like the way
He's
he
massive.
was on
He's
that.
massive. In real life, he's just thick, like to look at. Like you've seen him in any of the documentaries and things. He looks like a skinny runner, but he's absolutely he's just chunky. He's a chunky bloke.
Yeah.
cool, man.
But you ended up going. He came to the gym. He came to WIT, and he was just walking around with his trident on his back, just topless in between classes, and then went for a few Guinnesses with Fraser and a few of the boys.
So yeah, it's just exactly what he was like in that live interview, like just 100 miles an hour, but just such a nice guy at the same time, and obviously such a great athlete.
Yeah. So before we go any further, then, do you want to introduce yourself to the people that won't know who you are and your roles at WIT then?
So basically, everyone watching this video won't know who me and Sam are.
Exactly.
Surprise! You'll be surprised.
Oh, thank you. So I'm Fraser Knox. I've been working at WIT for about a year and 2 weeks now or so. I joined on the marketing team, so I help out with the marketing.
Sam Cornforth. I've been working for WIT for like 18 months now. I initially just handed my CV into work in the shop because I was miserable with my current job and I love CrossFit.
Yeah.
And then I somehow managed, I'm now the customer service manager, so I manage a little team of the customer service side of WIT, which is fun. Just talk about CrossFit all day and shoes.
So if you have customer service problems,
if you have any problems, DM me.
Yeah.
It's probably my fault.
Are the WIT offices based where the shop and gym is then?
Yeah, so we're about a 5 to 10 minute walk away from St. Paul's, which is from our St. Paul's location, which is quite nice because we're close enough to the gym where we go to the class at usually 8:30 in the morning, and then we get to come away from the gym, and then it's still like going to the gym, whereas we're not there all day, which is quite nice.
What's it like training at WIT then? Because you obviously got you've got some big names that are dropping in left, right, and centre. You've got obviously Gus there, who seems like an absolute character.
Oh mate, he's loud. He's a loud bloke. That's the thing. Like WIT, I think, because I started CrossFit in North London, and like the demographic of these certain boxes around London, I think, is very different to like Central London, because Central London is naturally a little bit more expensive. So you get a lot more competitive kind of people that want to sign up for these classes. So when I trained for the first time in CrossFit North London, it was like what you'd expect. It was like an older audience that are just looking to come and socialize and train. Which is amazing, and it's what you should do, like at that age, I think. But in Central London, it's like people that have either money or an urge to like beat people at something.
Yeah.
So it's like you get all the biggest characters, and people like Gus, like you said, are just the energy is just so loud, and it's wicked. Like it seems like a small space. Like when you come in, when you look down the stairs, it looks like you can't fit a big class in.
Yeah.
But they really do make you do.
I've been to the shop. I've never actually been downstairs, so I don't know how big it is or.
Yeah, it's a nice size. It's a size where you can only really run a class, and then we have open gym during the day, but then at the evenings it's just classes. But I mean, the classes they're always fully booked, and the atmosphere and the vibe in them is just so like energetic. Like after a day of work, sometimes you're like, oh, I just think of nothing worse than going to the gym right now. And then you get there and you've got the Gus and the music's booming, you just straight back into it, and you're like, oh, this is great. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the problem a lot of people are finding with this lockdown thing, because the days where you can't be asked to train, you don't. But when you box and you can't be asked to train, you go down and you're like, oh, actually, that was all right. Like seeing the lads had a bit of banter.
Yeah.
A lot better. Whereas now everyone's like obviously stuck at home.
Yeah. We get that as well. Like, even though I live with Sam and Josh, who are both big CrossFit guys, love CrossFit, love training, but we all get that slump where we're like, oh, dreading training. But yeah, like all the things that are online these days just help a lot. We do a lot of the CrossFit Yas, Jamie and Elliot Simmons live workouts at 2:30. 2:30, is it? 2:30 daily. So they're brilliant. If you want to do them, and then obviously we've just put up a load of live workouts as well, with our partners. If you want some motivation for that.
What are you doing at the moment, Jack, for training?
Just training at home. I've built like a little patio area in the garden just to kind of motivate myself to do so. But our box let us take a couple of items each.
Yeah, nice.
I've got a 25 kilo dumbbell and a D-ball. Then I've got like my rope, and I've just actually installed a pull-up bar.
Awesome.
So that's been like, with my hands first day like a fucking idiot. But that's been like class to have in the garden. Yeah. To have that, and then I'm training for an Ironman later on in the year, so I've just recently got a road bike. So it's like I'm still working, but obviously having more time at home, and the weather's been pretty decent. I've been managing to get out in there, which I've not done for weeks. Yeah, good to mix it up a little bit and take emphasis off the heavy barbell and stuff like that.
Yeah. That 22.5 kilo dumbbell is going to feel really light when you go back if you've been doing just 25.
We've been stuck with a 32.5 and a 25, and when we do workouts together, I'm always the bastard that has to use.
Yeah, because he weighs 15 kilos more than me.
So, my hands are constantly ripped, just trying to catch it on the way down because we smashed up our garden dropping dumbbells.
I keep bruising my hands. I don't know how.
Yeah, mate, the same. I keep ripping my thumbs, just trying to catch it. Like we interviewed Pat Vellner, and he said the amount of volume, like the extra volume everyone's getting in by just catching and holding their weights on the way down. Because at CrossFitters, we just drop dumbbells. You see mentals dropping kettlebells in classes. You're like, what's he doing?
I've got like a very small, like old bro sesh barbell in my garden. It's like it can have like 40k on, but even like lowering that gently is like, an extra bit of movement you don't want to do, but.
I think it's going to be dangerous when we all go back and everyone's just lobbing stuff around here and chalk everywhere.
Yeah. Do WIT keep you up to speed with when they think they might reopen it? Because I spoke to a couple of box owners the other day, and they seem to think like August, September now.
Yeah. We don't know for certain. We're just going to open when the time's right. We're not going to rush back into it and just try and get as many people back in as possible. We're going to take it properly and stick to government guidelines. So we've no confirmed date yet, but we're going to do it properly.
I realistically think a lot of boxes they're going to be very different for a long time, for the next like 6 months. Like I see a lot on Instagram now, these like boxes that have mapped out like little squares for people to train in. I think that's going to be the reality of CrossFit gyms, especially for a long time, or outdoors.
Yeah.
Whereas we don't really have the novelty of training outdoors because it's in like a big complex like in St. Paul, so you can't really stand in the way of buses doing parties.
So just going back on, obviously you've been interviewing some like very cool athletes.
Yeah.
Is there any athletes that you've not had on yet that you would like to meet and you would like to chat to them?
Is it like I've not met them before, or?
Yeah, well, let's do both.
For someone I've not met, that I've seen him a few times at comps, but I've just never actually been introduced or spoke to him. Rich Froning, like he was the guy that everyone started to watch when we were when I was about 15, 16. There was videos of Froning and stuff. So I mean, he's the only guy that I properly get starstruck about when you see him, and it's a bit of a freeze. But yeah, Froning would be awesome. Matt Fraser would be awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got good chat. He says what he thinks, so it's good fun with him. But yeah, Froning and Fraser, I mean, they're the two best.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
He's an athlete. He loves Stone Cold Steve Austin, loves him.
I mean, that would be really cool to meet him.
To be honest, I would like to interview Hunter McIntyre again, but have like 2 hours, just with some beers, live, like sat with us. Yeah. I think it'd be a completely different interview.
He'd be telling a story, then he'd just like fly off on a tangent and like start telling another story, and you're like, oh, if I could just pick your brains for a few more hours.
He's mental. I love him. He's an absolute legend. Chris Spieler, I think, would be cool as well. Chris Spieler, OG, absolute goat. I think it'd be cool to interview.
And then also people like, I'd love to just speak to Dave Castro just to
see what's happening.
To find out exactly what's happening, and what goes through that man's head, because there's a lot that goes through that.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of Dave Castro, do you think the games should still be going ahead this year? Because I just saw, I spoke to Zach the other day as well, and I've just seen his interview with Craig.
Yeah.
26, but he said if all the guys that said they're going to be doing teams do the team event at Mayhem, then he's like 21st, so he could potentially still get asked.
Yeah.
But do you think? I personally don't think it should be on. I
think the fact that it's swapped and changed so much, it's unfair to now cut everyone at the end when they've been told that they're still going, and then 2 or 3 months out. But to be honest, like with the state of California, the way it's in, I mean, it's going to be unlikely that, in my opinion, the games are going to go on at all. Like, so we just don't know. Like, that's the thing. I mean, I've spoken to a few, like Elliot Simmons is also on the verge of qualifying. I think he's in 22nd. He finished above Zach in the world in the Open, but not in Britain. But yeah, so he's also on the verge of qualifying. So it's tough. I don't know. I don't know man's tap really, to be honest.
I think I did speak to Elliot. Elliot's your good mate, is that right?
Yeah. You could call it that. Yeah.
Best friend.
The
first thing he says, meet a girl. Do you know Elliot Simmons?
That's a lie.
Do you know first thing
they say it to them about me.
Do you know Elliot?
I saw the video on his story the other day of you walking behind him.
Yeah.
Under the influence.
That's the thing about when, like, with Elliot, like, I always get steaming and then he's there sober and I'm like, oh, but no, he has a drink as well sometimes, so he's good fun.
Talking of CrossFit then, but let's focus more on yourself. So what are your goals then for the rest of the year? Because I've seen you do a few comps, Sam. You've even done a couple as well, Fraser.
Yeah, I've done 1 or 2. I'm nowhere near as committed to the training side of it as Sam. Like, this man wants to get to the games. He wants to be a sanctional athlete.
Discreetly.
If you follow him on Instagram, you'll see that. But I'm nowhere near. Like, Sam's a great athlete. He's got potential to go real far. But I just do it for the fun and just to try and keep fit and athletically a bit better looking, because I used to be really fat, so I just do it to keep the fat down. But I love a pint as well, which is hard. But I just do it basically so I can have a few drinks at the weekend.
Fair enough, man. What about you, Sam?
I would love to podium at a British competition, just not like a sanctional necessarily, but just like go to like Battle for Middle Ground or Rainhill or something like that, and then just feel really comfortable on podium and just be like, I'm very, very happy with that. Yeah. No real like targets or goals. Just like, because we're so lucky that we're constantly surrounded by people like Elliot and Jamie who are supposed to come and stay here. with us, but because of Corona they couldn't. But things like that, like opportunities that a lot of people don't get. We're super lucky to be around just these athletes that come in, and these coaches especially, because what you don't see is you see a lot of athletes that come to WIT, but not the behind the scenes where the coaches are sat with them at the nutrition bar where we sit and work sometimes. And they're like just giving them feedback on their meals, giving them feedback on how they're training, what they should be focusing on. And you're just like earwigging on everything. Yeah. So like we're just constantly getting free programming and free training from people that we're just like, that have no idea who we are, what we're doing. Yeah. So it's just nice to rub shoulders with people that are just much more talented than you. And you just learn so much from just being in the environment.
Well, that's the beauty, that's the beauty of this like YouTube channel as well. Like I'm not necessarily doing it because I want to be some famous YouTuber, but like having the opportunity to like train alongside Zach, train alongside Jonah Jones, like these athletes that are so much better than me and know so much. Like I'm never going to be an amazing athlete, but
I've seen you did some bodybuilding. You were jacked.
Yeah, bodybuilding.
Incredible shape for the average CrossFitter.
I tell you what, I wouldn't be able to do CrossFit back then, looking like that. On the deathbed.
You were lean. What body fat percentage were you back then?
I was 4.9.
Bloody hell, that's awesome.
I don't think I was born. No, definitely not born. I was a fat baby.
But like, it sounds good, but I got asked if I was like addicted to crack. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's like horrendous because I walk around at about 83 kilograms. Yeah. And the day of the show, I was 69 kilograms.
Good number.
Great. Say the best. Yeah, I was.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like on the photos, I look like I'm massive and jacked, but I'm actually, because I'm only like 5'11", so I was so light. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
88 kilos is a good number though to sit at.
83.
You say 83 or 88?
I'm about 83. I kind of go up and down, yeah. But yeah, it's my like comfortable walking around weight without having to kind of diet too much. I mean, I probably need to do a little bit, but I seem to be eating everything inside during that.
So it was my birthday the other day, so I got like 4 cakes, and I was like, right, May, I'm going to be really strict, have this WIT 30 cut, and I've just been eating cake for the last 4 days. So, but going back, who would be the one person you'd like to get on your show?
I think you've kind of got to say Matt Fraser.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet him. It's like his work ethic is crazy.
Yeah.
And it'd just be cool to talk. He seems like a cool dude, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's a good dude, man.
With him and just not even necessarily talk about CrossFit. He just seems like a cool dude to chill with.
Yeah.
Who else? Chandler Smith seems like.
I said that the other day. I'd love to interview him. He seems like a sound bad. He's lost a finger, hasn't he? He's got
Didn't he like something to do with a tank?
Yeah, he got blown up, I think.
He got blown
up like
he exploded and lost a finger.
That's a cool story. What's Gus like then? Is Gus as energetic?
Always, mate. And he's just had a child, a little baby girl, Malu, and like you can just tell his energy's all that hype is just going to be into her now. So he's in love with her.
She's probably packed full of creatine. She's like 3 weeks old. She's beyond the caffeine. Did you see the WIT did like patches ages ago for the Metcon 4s that was there was like a Gus special. It said monster, like his monster. So he doesn't, I think, because he sees so many people every day, and English is a second language to him. So when he sees people, he just calls everyone monster. He calls like, oh, big monster. And he calls everyone monster. And now he calls his daughter monster. We had a live staff session the other day, and he was waking up his child, his newborn child. They go, monster, wake up, monster.
But yeah, he's awesome.
He's like a real life cartoon character, but he's a legend.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. So for the rest of the year, obviously the season seems to be over before it's even begun. Yeah. But, do we have any big plans for the rest of the year? Any?
Well, we were meant to be. We'd been to Waterpalooza. We'd done Strength and Depth. We'd had our stalls there, and we were partnering up with a lot of big companies. We were meant to have gone to West Coast Classic, Berlin, Madrid. So yeah, COVID's affected the I was going to sanctioned events. It's affected, but yeah, we had plans, and then it's a bit of a shame, but yeah,
it's difficult, isn't it? Because myself and our box owner Miles have just gone into partnership to start a competition in the Midlands Fitness Games.
Mhm.
So we postponed it from April to the end of August, thinking it'd all kind of blow over, and it's now seeming as if we're probably gonna have to postpone it again, maybe just till next year now. So it's like all these. I think was it.
Well, I mean, Dubai CrossFit Championship's already been cancelled, and that's not even this season. That's next season.
Yeah.
So that's December time, and that's usually a big one for all these athletes. That's one they look for because the money involved and going to Dubai and stuff. So I mean, if people like them are pulling the plug already, then I don't see how the CrossFit Games can be going on. But we don't know. Like we don't know.
But in terms of WIT as a business, like the actual growth, like 'cause I started 18 months ago, and this is just a small example of how much it's grown in like such a short period. When I first started on emails, there was about 20 per day. So you'd come in, there'd be 20 emails. Now it's like you can come in and sometimes it's 500, 600 emails. And the US store has really taken off recently. So I think there's going to be more opportunities, especially for the US audience, over the next few years. So
To end it, let's play a little game of Mr. and Mr. then, yeah? Because you boys live together, don't you? So you should know. So let's say your right hand is Sam, and your left hand is.
your left.
Yeah, just checking.
Just checking, it works.
Right then, who's the cleanest around the house?
Is that me?
Right,
No, that's me. I'm definitely cleaner than you.
Josh!
Mate, you've been serious? Me.
Definitely not.
He forgot to put the dishwasher on last night and then ruined the whole morning because we didn't have any dishes.
And there was a pile of your clothes at the bottom of the stairs and we had to jump over.
Yeah.
The beauty of Mr. and Mrs. it just caused.
Yeah. We had to end the call early.
Yeah, we might have to go on mute a minute.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Who's the smartest?
Smartest. 3, 2, 1.
I'd say
No.
there's different
types of smart.
Yeah.
Like
you can literally ask Fraser any question, general knowledge wise, he'll answer it. He
I
plays
enjoy
the chase.
quizzes. Yeah.
He watches the chase every day, every single day. He watches the chase. So he just learns the answers.
Yeah. Where Sam's a bit smarter when it comes to dealing with people and customer service, basically.
Emails.
Yeah, I'd get too angry, whereas he's calm, patient.
I'm a people person.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Right. Who is the best dressed?
Define best dressed. Like wackiest or?
Best dressed.
Well, I suppose all I ever
Give us a countdown.
Yeah, give us a countdown.
2, 1.
Yeah. All I wear is gym clothes and all Saints tops, so.
And shoes are too small for you.
Well, the next one's a good one. Who can handle their drink the most?
Oh, fuck.
There's not even a debate, mate. It's definitely I'm notorious for not being able to.
If you ever go on my Instagram and have a look at the square head, which is on my highlights, there's videos of Fraser drunk throughout the year.
And as you said, Elliot's.
Who is the best cook?
Oh, easy.
Me.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy my cooking.
He loves it.
Cooking not your strong point, Sam.
No.
He eats things like
food is fuel.
He eats things like rice crackers and ketchup.
Mate, it's easy carbs.
Like
easy carbs.
Rice crackers and ketchup, mate. Like,
I'm busy.
honestly, that makes me like dry heave. Like some of the things
He
that
has
comes
to leave the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the best.
Brilliant. Who is the funniest?
3.
In 3, 2, 1.
Do you reckon? No, I
You
reckon
make me laugh all over.
Yeah, but you are hilarious. Like the things you do say, the things you come out with. Well, this man went to drama school for 2 years and he went to clown college. He's an actual official clown. So I mean, he is the clown of the office.
That's a great title.
Yeah.
Right. The final one.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to cry at a film?
Oh, so easy.
Oh, is that an easy one?
Oh, mate, easy. 3, 2, 1.
He does all the time.
Man, I cry at trailers.
Oh, really? You're an emotional guy?
Man, I don't think I'm an emotional guy.
Sometimes if he doesn't get to train enough.
Oh, yeah.
I can relate to that.
That's the worst.
Whereas I cry if I can't go for a beer. If I've got no one to go for a beer with.
Yeah, Phil. Yeah, the trailers get me.
That's awesome, guys. I appreciate you
Mate, no worries.
and having a bit of your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks
Cheers,
for having
Jack.
us.
Good to finally speak to you
Yeah.
in real life.
But yeah, I'd love to come down WIT and then go for a few bits.
Mate, definitely do. Let us know when you're
100%,
keen,
always
and we'll get
invited.
you signed up in the class and jump in. Meet Gus.
Yeah, sounds good. Mate, you don't need a B&B. You can crash on our couch.
Yeah, we've got a nice team.
Oh, even better. I appreciate it, fellas. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening.
You too,
No
mate.
worries, mate. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Cheers, fellas. See you later, boys.
Cheers, buddy.